It's time to hear from somebody that wants to be the mayor of New York City. And Andrew Cuomo accepted the invitation. He is up next. Let's get right to it. My guest served as the 56th governor of the great state of New York from 2011 until his resignation in 2021. He is now running for New York City mayor in a hotly contested race. Please welcome back to the show, one and only Andrew Cuomo. How are you, sir? It's good to see you.
Good to be here.
For the mayoral seat of New York City, how are you feeling about where you are now?
Oh, I'm feeling very good. First 10 points, these polls have been wrong all through the election.
Okay.
Because they are trying to determine the turnout, right? They're all based on the turnout. Mm-hmm. They were wrong in the primary, and I think they're going to be wrong here in the general. I think it is much, much closer than the polls say. I feel it on the street. I think New Yorkers have now really gotten to look at this Mamdani. Mm-hmm. And early on, he did social media, looked slick, had a nice smile, great slogans. But now they've watched them, they've learned about him, a lot of information has come out. Mm-hmm. And he is just not a New Yorker. He is not qualified to be mayor. He doesn't stand for what they stand for.
From the fact that he's a communist, an anti-Semite, he has no idea what he's doing.
Governor Cuomo, do you believe, as the council member said, that Mamdani is an anti-Semite and a communist?
I don't think the council member said that. Anti-Semitism is a problem in New York City. That's unavoidable. I mean, that's provable, documentable. Decriminalize prostitution, defund the police. And New York is not a socialist city, Stephen A.
So when you say that New Yorkers are learning so much about him, essentially that's your way of saying New York, again, this is not a socialist town. What he's offering is not going to work. Why wouldn't it work in New York City, sir?
Well, first,
quien en mi opinión será el próximo alcalde de la ciudad de Nueva York, Andrew Cuomo. Yeah, otro aplauso fuerte. Yours is Bryans first. It is a great honor to be endorsed by Congressman Adriano Espaillat. He is a pioneer for the Dominican people and for the Latino people all across this country.
Public safety, some areas of crime are down, but New Yorkers do not feel safe. We still have work to do on crime. Mm-hmm. We have the lowest level of police force that we've had in modern political history because we responded to this far left movement. We, New York City, responded to this far left movement, defund the police, defund the police. Mm-hmm. They defunded the police, lowest level in modern history. I want to raise the police department by 5,000. He wants to defund, dismantle the police. He wants to abolish jails, decriminalize prostitution. That's not where New Yorkers are. They want more police, more affordable housing because the rent is too damn high, and you want jobs and companies coming here. You don't want to be chasing jobs and company and wealth from New York. And that's what he represents with that socialist philosophy. Don't send ICE in here without telling me first because we have to coordinate. And he respected that. So, look, Trump knows me. And he knows he puts his finger in my chest. I put my finger in his chest. And he doesn't want to fight with New York. He doesn't want to fight with me if he doesn't have to. And he knows that. And he knows that, yeah, we can go toe-to-toe. We have gone toe-to-toe. But it's bloody.
Last two questions. Is it a legitimate question to say that it's quite possible that Andrew Cuomo may be needed more as the mayor of New York now than he may have been needed as the governor of New York State back in the day? I'm talking about considering the times that we're living in and how shaky things appear to be. Do you think you find yourself at any point thinking like that because of how concerned you are about the state of this city at this moment? That's what I'm asking.
That's a hell of a question. I think this is the most important election of my lifetime. And I do believe New York City is a pivotal moment. And I do believe Mamdani would be the death of New York City. But I also believe it's a moment where New York City could actually pivot and do well. And I think I have the experience and the skill set to do that. You know, it sounds arrogant. I don't do a lot of things well in life. You don't want to hear me sing, you don't want to see me dance, you don't want to see me swing a golf club, okay? I know how to make government work. I've been doing it since I was 18 years old with my father. And if there was ever a time when New York City needed someone who could make the government work, clean up the place, stand up to Trump, deal with the state and the federal government, this is the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Democratic nominee for the mayoral seat of New York City, Mr. Zoran Mamdani, is on the line with me right now. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm glad you are finally on. I wanted to know, I just had Andrew Cuomo on this show, your competitor in this race for the mayor's seat for New York City. I wanted to know.
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, okay, you're sorry for that.
Given the hostility and the anti-Semitism that has been shown in New York, I would go to Israel.
Mr. Tilson, where would you go?
Yeah, I'd make my 4th trip to Israel, followed by my 5th trip to Ukraine, 2 of our greatest allies fighting on the front lines of the global war on terror.
Mr. Mamdani.
I would stay in New York City. My plans are to address New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs and focus on that.
Mr. Mamdani, can I just jump in? Would you visit Israel as mayor?
I will be doing, as the mayor, I'll be standing up for Jewish New Yorkers, and I'll be meeting them wherever they are across the 5 boroughs, whether that's in their synagogues and temples or at their homes or at the subway platform, because ultimately we need to focus on delivering on their concerns.
And just yes or no, do you believe in a Jewish state of Israel?
I believe Israel has the right to exist.
Not
as a Jewish state?
As a state with equal rights.
He won't
Not
say it has a right to exist as a Jewish state. Be very
And
clear
his answer was no, he won't visit Israel.
I said that.
That's what he was trying to say.
No. Unlike you, I answer questions very directly.
All right,
and I want to be very clear. I believe every state should be a state of equal rights.
Okay, thank you.
I know you've heard a lot about what he's had to say. What's your response to him saying that you're a novice, you haven't had a job, you're not qualified to be the mayor of New York City? How do you respond to that, sir?
Well, Stephen, before I respond to it, I first just want to say that I'm looking forward to actually coming to see you in person. And that's a commitment I want to make here on this show, because that's something I intend to honor.
Thank you.
But I had to call in tonight in advance of actually making that happen, because what we heard from Andrew Cuomo was not leadership. It was him spending 20 minutes talking about me because he has no vision left to actually offer New Yorkers. I am running with a clear plan to tackle the issue that New Yorkers are most concerned about, cost of living. A plan that will freeze the rent for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants, make the slowest buses in the country fast and free, and deliver universal childcare. And when I go and I knock on New Yorkers' doors, when I speak to them on their street corners or as they're about to get on the subway, I hear them talk again and again and again that the thing that they are most worried about is being able to afford the most expensive city in the United States of America. And all we just heard on your show was as if all these New Yorkers are concerned about me. They're concerned about themselves, their ability to stay here. They deserve a mayor who actually cares about that.
Well, one of the things that, the former governor now running for the mayor's seat of New York City, he's saying that he's the real Democrat. Obviously, you're a socialist running as a Democrat. And he basically is talking about there are things that you're swearing will get done that the mayor doesn't have the power to do. So, Zoran Mamdani, what would you have the power to do if you were the mayor of New York City? Just so we're clear about that.
So, Stephen, the first thing I'll have the power to do is to defeat Andrew Cuomo in 6 days to be the next mayor of this city. And I want to first go through this stuff about being a Democrat, and then I'm going to get to the question of the agenda.
Yes, sir.
Andrew Cuomo more and more sounds like Donald Trump. Now, if he wanted to be the Republican nominee for mayor, he should have run in the Republican primary. If he wanted to be the Democratic nominee for mayor, he should have won the Democratic primary. Instead, he did neither, and now he is the candidate for Trump-backing billionaires who are trying to dictate to both parties what politics should be in this city. The things that I have spoken about, let's go through the top 3.
We got Curtis Lewa over here. We got Zoran Mamdani. Hello. And we got Andrew Cuomo. We're going with these three.
I love New York.
I love New York too.
And remember, the name is Mamdani.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Everybody,
Oh!
Before we go any further, let me let you know the Tim Black Wolfpack is dedicated, committed, 10 toes down to reporting the truth, unbiased, and not working for any political party. If that sounds good to you, go to jointimblack.com, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. Cuomo getting beat like a rug. Beat like a rug. First of all, Stephen A. Smith is winning. Yeah, Stephen A. is winning. He is winning. He just had Cuomo on his show, and then Mamdani just called in. And then he said, hey, I'm going to come on. So Stephen A.'s doing his thing. Oh, he's in trouble. He said this about Jasmine Crockett. He probably gained 300,000 new people. Then he lost 100,000 when he apologized. But he netted 200,000. See, Cuomo came on the Stephen A. Smith show. Straight shooter. But one thing he made clear is, he said it a couple times, said it like 4 times. Mamdani's never had a job before. He's never worked a real job. How you gonna hire a guy to be mayor of a major city, the most popular city in the world, and he's never ran anything before? How could you ever do that? How could you do that? And I got an answer for him, because Stephen A. did not have an answer. I have an answer for him. Because he's running against you. That's the answer, Johnson. That makes sense, Johnson? The fact he's running against you makes it possible. Get my point? That makes sense? Yeah, see, if he was running against somebody with more talent, who didn't have, Cuomo be up here talking like he'll have 15,000 bodies on his resume. 15,000 bodies, a lot of bodies to hide. I mean, it may be some mafia guys that can help you with 2 of them. Maybe 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? But can't nobody help you with 15,000 senior citizen bodies. Then you got what? 14 different women accused him of sexual harassment. We're in Bill Cosby territory at this point. Yeah, we're in Cosby land on this shit. Things got so bad for Cuomo, he had to leave office. And then you ran again. It's like, if all that shit happened to me, I would have just ran for an ice cream truck. I never would have ran for office again. Maybe ran to the store, ran around the block, I don't know. But run again for office? Get out of here. Like, that is the audacity. That's the arrogance of being an old white man. Let me get this right. You're accused of essaying 14 women. That's true. That's true. And 15,000 people died because of your executive order under COVID. They put all of these seniors into the nursing homes. That is also true. You left office disgraced. Yes, true again. And you are running again. See. Yes, I'm running again. Because he doesn't have experience. Step in front of a train. Step in front of a train, Cuomo. Step in front of the train. See, this is why I don't like Stephen A. Smith. He's not a real dude. Nah, he's not real. Stephen A., dude, you're not real. I know you be watching us independent media people. You be like, yeah, I'm going to be just like them. I'm going to say the same shit they say, and I'm going to come out here, I'm going to say it, but I got a bigger platform, and I'll be able to win. I'll say it to another audience because my audience is big. Yeah, I get to do that. Don't think I'm not thinking about you. I'm thinking about you as I steal your material. Right? That's what you think, huh, Stephen A? But at the end of the day, Stephen A, you're not fleet of foot. Because your first instinct is to kiss powerful people's ass. And you know what people don't like? When you kiss powerful people's ass. Nobody likes that, Stephen. No. Not on our show. You don't gotta like Mamdani, but you gotta keep it real about Cuomo. I like the other guy better than Cuomo. What's his name? Slants or Slittles. I like what are those people, the protectors of the universe? Anyway, like that guy is better than Cuomo. That guy's better than Cuomo. He just is, okay? Cuomo's horrible, man. If you interview Cuomo and you don't tell him he's horrible, you're horrible. Because he's obviously horrible. Curtis Silva, that's it. And he's a what? What's the name of that organization that he's a part of? Yeah, Curtis Silva. Thank you, Andre. DeAndre, thanks, bro. Guardian Angels. Ding, ding, ding. That's it, Hebrew native. That's it. Yeah, man, I butchered the hell out of that, didn't I? I called him Raspberry Berets. I don't know. He seems more honest. At least everything that he said about Eric Adams is true. Eric Adams is a crook. And Eric Adams got paid off. And Curtis Silva said Republicans offered him $10 million to drop out. $10 million. Man, if the Republicans offered me $10 million to drop out, I'd drop out so fast, I get whiplash. I drop out so fast, Tim. Somebody came and offered me $10 million. I'll be honest with y'all. That's my number. I love y'all, man. I do. And I want to stand for a lot of things, but dog, if Republicans came in here and say, look, here go $10 million, Tim. We need you to be a Republican supporter. I'd be like, okay. $10 million? Fine. I had to change. But, nobody gonna get my old ass $10 million to do what? Get my 200,000 subscribers? I can only reach like 5 or 10,000 of them on a video. And the algorithm don't like me. I can't reach nobody. Nobody gonna give me 10 million. So you're stuck with me. But what I'm saying is, they offered Curtis Silva $10 million, allegedly, and he turned it down. If a black man who's a thousandaire gets offered $10 million and you find out and he turned it down and he didn't have to shoot nobody, hurt no old people or hurt no kids, you should be upset with him if he don't take the money. Yeah. I'm like, what was you doing taking that money? What is wrong with you? Don't nobody want to watch your old age. You better take that money. Take care of your family, fool. You ain't got to do nothing illegal either. Anyway, the point is this. Mamdani's going to be the president. I'm sorry. Mamdani, he's out of my president. Mamdani's going to be the mayor of New York. Get used to it. You said you want your buses free. Silva said they already have the buses already free. Most people ride the bus for free in New York already. You want your rent control? Okay. Here's the thing about the rent control. And I know that's when Mamdani came on the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne did have a question for him regarding this. So, if you're a landlord and you can't pay, because landlords got to pay. It's like they own the property without nothing. They have mortgages. Usually, landlords owe money too. All businesses have operating expenses. All right. So if the landlord can't pay in the rent control, there's also a program that landlords can go into, right? New York's going to end up subsidizing landlords whose rents have been controlled. That's what I've been hearing. But see, you know what? If you are a young person or a millennial, if you live in New York, you don't care. You need help. You tired of living with your people. And shit's the rent is too damn high. And you want that to change. So you don't care what's going to happen to make that happen. Just do it. Get in there and do it, because this is not making no damn sense. I respect that. The universal child care. Also respect that. Universal child care, Johnson. You mean to tell me child care gonna be free? I remember when I was a young father, right? We had our first child. That was a huge expense, Johnson. That was a humongous expense. We were younger, we were making less money, you know what I'm saying? And we had to pay for child care. Oh my God. We made too much money to qualify for anything, but not enough to live comfortably, you know? You know what I'm talking about? You know, when you're stuck in the middle, like you don't qualify, but then you don't make enough to like be able to really afford shit. That was us. So yeah, universal child care. I can see you winning just on that. But you got to be able to deliver it. You got to be able to deliver it. And see, that's the difference between Eric Adams and Cuomo. They weren't running on doing shit for people. What is Cuomo running on? Not being Mamdani. When you run on not being that guy, I don't know. You need help. Like, it seems to me that Biden ran on not being Trump, right? I feel like Biden ran on not being Trump, and he won a term. The problem was, black people did not hold Biden accountable for the shit he did. If black people would have treated Biden the way that America treats Cuomo for the shit he did, Trump would have won his second term already. He'd be out of office. See what I'm saying? Because being the architect of the crime bills that hurt black people the way they did, there's no way black America should have showed up. But see, a lot of black Americans are hypnotized by the Democratic Party. They'll just do whatever the Democrats tell them to do. Pretty much. But see, that's not going to work for Cuomo. Cuomo's not going to be able to get people to forget, because he didn't just hurt black people, he hurt some white people too in the nursing homes. See, if he only hurt black people, if he only had a stop and frisk policy, he'd be okay. But he hurt the wrong complexion. Yeah, he hurt the people of the wrong complexion. And they're not going to forget it. They are not going to forget it. So yeah, he's done. It's over. Mamdani, he's going to set a record. First mayor of New York that never worked anywhere else. Never did. It was like a state, not even a state senator. What was he, like a state district leader, or I don't know. It's painful. I mean, if you, Andrew Cuomo, you think you want to go on hiatus, just hide your face. Hide your face in hiatus. Because New York hates you. Like, this is an obvious show that they do not like your ass. Eric Adams, they say Eric Adams, Silva said Eric Adams took money, that's why he dropped out. He was on the Breakfast Club on the Thursday saying he was never going to drop out. And by Sunday, he had dropped out. Funny. Okay. Funny, Johnson. So we'll see what happens when a Democratic socialist is mayor of New York City. This will either be very good for the Democrats or very bad for the Democrats. Okay? Also, we'll see what happens, what repercussions New York faces when all the Fed money dries up. Because all the Fed money will dry up. Because Trump will not like this. So we'll see the retaliation that's going to occur in New York City. So a lot of people are not factoring that in. We're the, United States of America, but you know what? You still rely a lot on the federal government. So we'll see. I will report on it, guys. I will continue to report on it. But yeah, $10 million and Silva didn't drop out. Eric Adams did drop out.
The Tim Black Show streams Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wolfpack.